Okay, hi there, Danny. Today is going to be super fun. We are going to do math lesson number 50 for you. Can you believe we have done 50 lessons so far? This is awesome. This one is really fun because it goes over adding and subtracting decimal numbers, something that you definitely are going to need to know in the future. But first, you're going to start out with your multiplication facts. So you have 64. Yes, 64 multiplication facts. If you can do that many in 5 minutes. If you can't, don't worry about it. Whatever. It's all good. Alrighty, so can't wait to see if you like this lesson. Tell me your thoughts. Comment on your homework. All right. Love you, Danny. Have fun with it. Bye. Okay, hi Danny. Welcome to lesson number 50. Today, this is going to be really, really awesome because we're talking about adding and subtracting decimal numbers. Yay! This is actually important. You want to know why? Because money comes in the form of decimals, right? So if you have like $203.05, well, there you go. Look at that. There's a decimal in that problem. And if you want to add up enough money so you can afford a car like this one day, you're definitely going to need to know how to add and subtract decimal numbers. So here we go. Let's jump right in. We're going to do mental math first. And this time, instead of that really distracting Roblox video or whatever, I did some beautiful nature scenes for you to look at while we do mental math, okay? So here we go. They want us to add the hundreds first and then the tens. Notice that is a 10 and that is a 10. There's no 100 there. I guess it would be a 0. And there's the ones, okay? And you're definitely going to have to regroup because this makes 15. So you'll definitely have to regroup right there, okay? So don't forget to carry those ones. Here we go. A is 589 plus 46. Write your answer while you look at that beautiful waterfall. B, we are going to do 375 plus 425. Whoa, what if you're adding that many dollars one day from your piggy banks? Whew, that'd be good. Beautiful water scene to look at. And C, this is a snowy scene. Ooh, it makes me cold just looking at that. We're going to add $5.64 plus $1.46. Write your answer. Okay, D. We're going to add, this time it's showing dollar signs, so you know you're adding money. $389 plus $195. How much money do you have? Okay. And then E, we're going to do 76 plus 9 plus 10. See if you can get that answer. F. Oh, look at the cute little bird flying away. It looks like a little hummingbird. 500 plus 43 plus 264. Whew, 3 things to add together. This is crazy. See if you can get it. All right, now for problem solving. This is very tricky. It says, your only instructions, name the next 2 members of this sequence. So let's look at the sequence. You're starting out with a $100 bill. That is $100 right there. And that's Franklin on that $100 bill. Then we have Hamilton. Hamilton is a $10 bill. Then we have George Washington on a $1 bill. So it goes $100, $10, $1. What do you think is going to be next? I'm going to give you a hint. It's not paper money. You're going to be down to coins because look, it's decreasing by 10. This is 10 times less. This is 10 times less. Or 1/10 as much. You can think of it as 1/10. So what is 1/10 of a dollar? That's going to be next. And then what's 1/10 of that? That's going to be next. All right, I will let you figure that out. No more hints. You can pause it there. And I am going to jump ahead to this new concept. And there is some sort of car, race car. It's just a race car. I don't think it's anything special. Oh. You're looking at me right now like, what are you saying, Mom? Okay, new concept. Basically, the new concept says that we have been adding and subtracting decimal numbers by lining up the decimal points, and then you add or subtract the digits in each column, right? Do you remember doing something like that? So if you're adding like 1.05, like maybe $1.05, and then you're adding 50 cents to that, it would look like this because we lined up the decimals. See, decimal there, it's lined up. And then you just add everything that is in the same row. So you add this, you add this, you add 1 plus 0, okay? So that's how you do addition with decimals. You line up the decimal points. Whoops, I just erased that. Do you know that already, Danny, that you line up the decimal points to add decimals? Danny, I'm talking to you. Danny, real Danny, present Danny. Okay, maybe he doesn't know that. All right, so the chart below, so this chart, I recreated a chart that is similar to the one you have in your homework. This shows place values from hundreds. So this is the 100ths place value. There's a little space here so you can write a number. And then this is the tens place value, but it goes from the hundredths, which is the biggest, to the 100ths. And remember, that's spelled with a TH on the end. That's not just me having a lisp. Hundredths is right here. Okay, so this is the 100ths place value, or 1 over 100. The decimal point is here. So if you're writing the number 1, you would put it here because that's in the ones place. If you're writing the number 10, you would do that because now the 1 is in the tens place. If you're writing the number 100, you would do that because now the 1 is in the hundreds place. What if you're writing this number, $1.05? Well, the decimal point is here, so it would go 105. And you notice that the 5 is in the 100ths place. That's because that's where the pennies go. That is 5 cents, so 5 pennies. And you notice that 100 cents make $1. So this is in the 100ths place, the 5. Okay? So you use the decimal point right here as a guide to find the value of each place. So to the left of the decimal point, this way, to the left, is the ones place, the tens place, and the hundreds place. To the right of the decimal point, so let's say we're going that way now, you've got the tenths place, so that's where you start out, 1/10. And then you have the 100ths. What do you think would be next? I think it would be 1,000ths place if you kept going. Okay? So, we're going to do some examples, and I think you will figure out how to do this, okay? Let's start with example number 1. And I don't know what kind of car that is. Maybe you can tell me. It looks pretty awesome because the doors open up like that. Isn't that cool how the doors open up? Woo! All right, example 1. It says, name the place value of the 3 in each number. So in this one, example A, the 3 is here and the decimal is here. So we are 1 place to the left of the decimal. So therefore, I know that the 3 is in the ones place. And that makes sense to me because 23, it could be $23, and this would be in the $1 place. So it's in the ones place. That makes sense. All right, let's do the next one. The next one, it says, name the place value of the 3. They still want us to do the 3s. It's here. Now, here's the decimal. So we are 1 space to the right of the decimal. So we are in the tenths place with a lisp because it's the same as 1/10. So you just need to write tenths and that'll be okay. All right, so, and that makes sense to me too, because if I think of this like money, this would be $2.34, and it takes 3 dimes, and the dimes are in the tenths place because a dime is 1/10 of a dollar. So that makes sense to me. Let's do the next one. The 3 now is, whoops, the 3 has disappeared. Okay, I will fix that. The 3 is here. And the decimal is here. So we are 2 spaces to the left of the decimal. So it's not the ones place, it's the tens place. Now look, this is very close to the one above, but it's different, very different. There's no TH, it's just the tens place. And that makes sense to me because if I had a $10 bill, how would I write that? Well, I think I would write it like this. Okay, and you notice that I write a $10 bill, the 1 is in the same place as the 3 because it's in the tens place. All right, let's do the last one. Where is the 3? It is here. And the decimal's here, so we are 2 spaces to the right of the decimal. And 2 spaces to the right is going to be the hundreds or hundredths? Hundredths. You got it. All right, so it's not the hundreds because that would be this way. That would be like 2 more spaces that way. But the hundredths is right there where that 3 is. Good job. Okay. One more example. We're going to do example 2. I'm going to guess that this car is a Lamborghini. You tell me if I'm right or wrong. I don't exactly know. You're coming to look right now. Oh, and you're rolling your eyes.
It's a Porsche.
Oh, he's rolling his your future Danny. You will be nicer to me than present day Danny, huh? No. I don't know what that is. Okay, no, example 2. Oh, there's actually 3 examples, so but that's okay. It's not going to be bad. Example 2. We're going to add 3.75 plus 12.5 plus 2.47. Woo! This is a great one. This one is so fun. I'm happy that we're doing this problem because this is awesome. I'm going to get a really bright color because we're going to have fun with this. All right. What you do is I'm going to line up the decimals. So I'm going to start with 3.75. Okay. I've got that one. What's the next one? It's 12.5. Where do I put it? I line up the decimals. 12.5. And since there is nothing to match with that 5, there's nothing in the hundredths place, I'm going to add a 0 because I like everything to be in nice straight lines. Okay, what's the next number? 2.47. Where does that go? If we line up the decimals, it goes here. 2.47. Now, I'll tell you what a lot of people do wrong, Danny. What a lot of people do wrong is, if we take away that 0, what a lot of people do wrong is they take a number like this in the middle and they line up those back numbers. No, that is wrong. They will get the wrong answer. You don't line up the back numbers, you line up the decimals. So you line up the decimals, and then if you need to add another number, just put a 0 there. It's fine. You can totally do that. Okay, now we have to be careful to line everything, to add the correct things. So I'm going to put a blue line maybe to help me so that I don't mess it up. So I'm going to add up the hundredths first. Those are these numbers, the hundredths. Okay, so I'm going to add 5 plus 0 plus 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, it's going to be 12. So I'm going to put a 1 here, carry the 1, and put a 2 here. Okay, now I am going to add up the tenths. with a TH, tenths. I'm going to add up the, what the? No, I don't want to do that. I want to do a square. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's much prettier. Okay, so I'm going to add up those. Let's add up the 1 plus the 7, that's 8, plus the 5, that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13, we're at 13. Then we're going to add 4 more to that. 13 plus 4 is what? 17? Yeah, so we're going to do 17. So I'm going to put 1, carry the 1, and the 7 here. Now, check this out. Check this out. This is awesome. The decimals line up. So I'm just going to bring down the decimal. Yeah. Okay, now check this out again. We're going to add the ones place. So I'm going to add 1 plus 3, which is 4, plus 2, which is 6, plus another 2, which is 8. So I don't even need to carry anything. I just put an 8 there. Now, don't forget about this 1 hanging out over here. That's important because it's in the tens place. So everything else is kind of like a 0. So like you don't have to put a 0, but you know, whatever. It's just kind of like a 0. So just put a 1 down there. And the answer is dun, 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 18.72. And the book got the right answer. And so did I, apparently. So there you go. Let's do example 3. Here's another car. I'm going to say this one is, oh, I know what it is because it just told me. It's a Ferrari. Yay, it's a Ferrari. I actually got it right. Okay, this time.
Did you though?
I did, though. I did. Okay, this time we are going to subtract. Ooh, they are trying to trick us, Danny, and we're not going to let them. We're not going to let us get tricked. Here we go. We're going to start out with 4.25. Now we need to subtract 2.5. So I'm going to line up the decimals, and it's going to be 2.5. And then look, I have a space here where I want to put something there because I like to fill in the empty spaces. Do you hear the empty spaces? Okay, don't forget, we're subtracting this time. We're not adding. So we're going to subtract. What is 5 minus 0? We're going to start out with the what place? The hundredths place. Okay, we're going to start out with the hundredths place. I'll put my little box if that, I don't know if that helps or not, but whatever. Okay. Now we're going to subtract. 5 minus 0 is easy. It is 5. Now let's go to the, what place is this? It's not the hundredths. It's the tenths place. 2 minus 5. Well, I can't do that. We're going to have to borrow. All right. So let's get a pretty color to borrow. That's a pretty color. I'm sorry, 4. I need to borrow something from you. I'm going to leave you with 3, and I'm going to put a 1 here, so that's a 12. What's 12 minus 5, Danny?
12 minus 5
is 7. You are correct. 12 minus 5 is 7, so we're going to put that down there. I asked him because I didn't know the answer, but now I know.
You don't know 12.
Just kidding. I might have known. I might have figured it out. Then here's the decimal. So let's bring that decimal down. Then let's bring this over. Oh, this is not a 4 anymore. It's actually a 3. Okay. So we're going to do 3 minus 2. We're in the ones place now. 3 minus 2 is easy peasy. It is 1. So the answer here is 1.75. Final answer. Yeah. All right. And now it is time for you to rush off and do your homework. All right. Love you, Danny. Good luck doing your math. Bye.